Ladies and gentlemen, the people of Delhi voted for the Aam Admi Party for better governance, better water, regular electricity and clean air. Arvind Kejriwal called himself the Aam Admi, a muffler man who drives a humble blue wagon R. He promised a kranti where the rich and powerful will be forced to hear the Aam Admi's voice. Now, 10 years on, he lives in his opulent sheesh mahal that costed the exchequer and the taxpayers about 45 to 50 crore rupees, looking down at the Aam Admi from his lofty ivory towers of power. When asked about rupees 53 crores of the taxpayers' money being splurged on the Chief Minister's bungalow, BJP MLAs were shunted out. When his own MLAs questioned about the crumbling health infrastructure, he would rather speak about violence in Manipur. After all, he has national ambitions. His own MLA says that the people are forced to drink gutter water, but Mr. Kejriwal trains his guns at the center. The people of Delhi voted him to power to serve them, but with power comes accountability. Can he dodge accountability in the Janta's Darbar? Take today for example. BJP MLAs were marshalled out of the assembly because they dared to question him. But here's what's really embarrassing for the Aam Admi Party. 3 of his own MLAs have questioned the crumbling infrastructure under Kejriwal's regime. Can he silence them as well? Does the Janta of Delhi not deserve an answer to this? Listen in to Kejriwal's own lieutenants.
जबकि किरारी एक ऐसी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है जहां हॉस्पिटल की सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत है। 8 लाख की आबादी हमारी खुद की और आसपास में भी कोई हॉस्पिटल नहीं है। हमारे सारे लोग जाकर के संजय गांधी जाते हैं और संजय गांधी दिल्ली का सबसे खराब अस्पताल केवल इसलिए है क्योंकि वहां पर में उसकी कैपेसिटी से 50 गुना ज्यादा मरीज आते हैं। पेशेंट्स की हद होती है। हमें हॉस्पिटल की जरूरत है और किरारी में हॉस्पिटल बनना चाहिए।
पिछले 1-1.5 साल से दिल्ली जल बोर्ड का काम बिल्कुल ठप पड़ा है। कोई भी काम नहीं हो पा रहा है। लोग गंदा पानी, गटर का पानी, बदबूदार पानी, कॉन्टामिनेटेड वाटर पीने पे मजबूर हैं और उसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ? लोग बीमार पड़ने शुरू हो गए, खासतौर पर बुजुर्ग और बच्चे। जब भी अधिकारियों से बात करो जल बोर्ड में एक ही जवाब मिलता है कि फंड्स नहीं है और ये बात कहीं पर सही भी है। विधायक के ऑफिस में लोग गंदे पानी की बोतल भर के लेके आते हैं और वो बिल्कुल गटर का पानी है जो कोई ह्यूमन बीइंग टच भी नहीं कर सकता, सूंघ भी नहीं सकता। ऐसा पानी पीने के लिए लोग मजबूर हैं।
कि हॉस्पिटल में इलाज के लिए जो टेस्ट हुआ करते थे वो टेस्ट नहीं हो पा रहे। लोगों मरीजों की संख्या घटती जा रही है। आज वो कैंसर इंस्टीट्यूट लगभग बंद होने के कगार पे है। राजीव गांधी सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल बंद होने के कगार पे है। लगातार अगर मैं चाहता हूं, सदन से निवेदन करता हूं, माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, इसका रिकॉर्ड मंगवाया जाए। पिछले 3-4 सालों में कितने डॉक्टर दिल्ली स्टेट कैंसर इंस्टीट्यूट से, कितने डॉक्टर राजीव गांधी सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल से नौकरी छोड़कर चले गए और ऊपर से उनको महीनों से तनख्वाह ना मिले और जो इलाज के लिए जो उपकरण चाहिए वो उपकरण नहीं मिल पा रहे।
Now that's his own MLA saying it. It's not the BJP. Listen to what Kejriwal actually responded during a special session of the Delhi Assembly that was called to discuss only Manipur than doing anything for Delhi. Listen in.
ये केवल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कुछ विधायक नहीं कह रहे, ऊपर से नीचे तक पूरी की पूरी इनकी सारी सरकारें और उनके सबसे बड़े नेता प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का संदेश है कि मणिपुर से उनका कोई लेना देना नहीं। जब से मणिपुर की घटना घटी है, प्रधानमंत्री जी चुप हैं।
The BJP has put some straight questions to the Kejriwal Sarkar. They ask why the Chief Minister wants to discuss Manipur but not his own mahal.
Aam Admi Party Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is giving full page ads, and on the other hand, his own party MLA are targeting their health services. One MLA from Kiradi, I saw him speaking that we don't any health services in his constituency. So Arvind Kejriwal should speak on that, and he should answer first to his own MLAs, then to public. It is not right to discuss Manipur situation in Delhi Assembly session. So Arvind Kejriwal should discuss the water problem in Delhi.
दिल्ली विधानसभा को अपनी दूषित राजनीति का मंच बना दिया है। उनको बात करनी चाहिए थी दिल्ली के हेल्थ सेक्टर पर, उनको बात करनी चाहिए थी पानी के संकट पर। उनके खुद के एमएलए अपने मुख्यमंत्री को आईना दिखा रहे हैं। इन बातों का जवाब ना देकर अरविंद केजरीवाल अन्य दूसरे राज्यों की चर्चा वहां करते हैं।
So who will answer to the people of Delhi? Here's what they want to know from their elected Sarkar. The Aam Admi Party's government made the promise of water for all, but the 2022 CAG report says, and I quote, DJP funds for the projects in illegal colonies not fully utilized. Let's come to the second promise, open playgrounds in 3,000 schools, but reports suggest that only 77 playgrounds have been constructed till March 2022. The third promise, revolutionize education in Delhi. The 2022 Vigilance Department report says rupees 1,300 crore irregularities found in building classrooms. And the fourth promise, revolutionize health sector and health care. But a 2017 complaint to the Vigilance Department said that the false entries of patients were made in Mohalla clinics. So the legitimate question that we are asking on the Newshour tonight, has the Aam Admi Party abandoned Delhi just for politics? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Dr. Ajay Alok, national spokesperson of the BJP, Karan Verma, political analyst, Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, leader of the Congress party. But my first question goes to Dr. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, leans towards the Aam Admi Party. And Dr. Akashdeep Muni, my question to you is, what is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's first duty? Is it towards the people of Delhi? Isn't it that Arvind Kejriwal is the leader in the Delhi Assembly to look at and govern Delhi? Isn't that what people voted him for? And instead of responding to his own MLAs, raising questions of lack of health care, about gutter water being mixed up with drinking water in Delhi colonies, he's instead talking about Manipur. It's a serious issue, Manipur. But is the Delhi Assembly the forum to discuss Manipur, number one? And number two, are you so keen on national politics that you've forgotten that your first responsibility is to the people of Delhi?
Navika ji, you have twisted the comments of respected MLAs who have been speaking in the Assembly. You have nicely quoted B.S. June, very good. But B.S. June has also said that why there has been the water projects are not being completed, because the bureaucrats in the finance department are not passing the funds. And the same thing is acknowledged by Saurabh Bharadwaj from Delhi Jal Board, who has also acknowledged that yes, they are unable to complete number of projects in Delhi because of lack of funds, which is under finance department, and finance department directly reports to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. So Lieutenant Governor, who is of course appointed by the Bharatiya Janata Party, is specifically stopping the funds, which is in other ways affecting the Delhi people. First point. Second point regarding Manipur. Yes, of course, Manipur, if BJP wants, people could have discussed Manipur in Parliament. But as BJP stopped 276 to be done and Manipur wasn't discussed, that is why the people of Delhi who were concerned for Manipur, the MLAs, their representatives discussed Manipur, and which was very important, because what is happening in Manipur we all know. Still the chief minister who has failed miserably in Manipur. After watching, you also have watched the video.
Okay.
The Chief Minister failed
Manipur
miserably.
Chief
But
Minister
still-
has failed, but the
still-
Delhi
still he
Chief
is the
Minister is extremely successful because there is gutter water that is being supplied through
The
Delhi
gutter water is
residents.
supplied by Lieutenant Governor. He is responsible. How he
Okay.
is responsible? Because he has not allocated funds which has been which has to be gone through the finance department. This has been said in the floor of the assembly by all MLAs.
Ajay Alok ji, everything
Why
is
you are
your
stopping the
fault
funds?
from Manipur to Delhi.
Ajay Alok ji, why you are stopping the funds?
Mr. Ajay Alok, respond to the charges made here because everything is your fault. Aam Admi Party has no responsibilities and therefore no accountability.
Brilliant analysis by a political analyst. Congratulations to Dr. Akashdeep if you think so. But thanks a lot that you have acknowledged at least that Delhi government has failed to perform its responsibility of providing proper drinking water to its resident, and you are passing the ball on to LG's hand. When you are so incapable of performing any work for the Delhi government, why you are in the government? Resign.
Sir, you have not listened to me, sir.
Just say that you cannot do anything
Sir, the
because
finance
LG is not
department
letting you
is
do
under
anything.
you.
Resign. Resign.
No, give the full
Don't
credit.
speak in
Give the
between.
full
Don't
credit.
speak in between.
Give
Let me
full
complete.
credit.
I didn't interfere you when you were speaking. Have the courtesy to listen to others. One-way traffic cannot work like what you have been doing in Delhi Assembly. The first assembly in the history of independent India which never goes sign die. What a way of running an assembly. I mean, you guys are the biggest anarchy, the example of anarchy, how anarchy settles in the system. This Delhi government is the biggest example how anarchy gets settled in the system. भाई दो चीज तो क्लियर है ना, मफलर गया गर्दन से, साथ में सारी इच्छा शक्ति चली गई काम करने की, अब खांसी खत्म हुई, अब करप्शन की बीमारी अंदर आ गई, खांसी भी गई, करप्शन की बीमारी अंदर आ गई. The most incapable chief minister who has not performed on anything, on everything there is a scam coming out. What kind of innovation here? I guess that by studying in IIT Kharagpur, he must have learned the innovative ideas of doing corruption.
Department of Delhi.
I mean, everything it's coming up, there's a corruption coming up.
So
What he's doing in Manipur when his own MLAs are raising voices against health infrastructure, against the water problem, against the flood problem, he is discussing Manipur, and he's cursing Prime Minister. Is the Delhi Assembly a floor to curse Prime Minister? Then deliberately, not one time. It has been done repeatedly, fourth time. This shows the utter frustration and desperation of Arvind Kejriwal, who knows that ultimately I am going to be linked and I am going to be proved guilty and I am going to jail. He knows that, so he's cursing it because later on he might not get the opportunity.
Well, let me get in Kamru Zaman Chaudhary.
Why you are taking your revenge on Delhi people?
Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and the Congress party have been at loggerheads in the playground of Delhi because Delhi has literally become a playground for politics between the three parties. I want to ask you, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal as Chief Minister of Delhi, is his priority to provide governance or is his priority to build 53 crore rupee bungalows for himself, give a lot of ads wherever he can, and then discuss Manipur? I'm not saying that he does not have the right to discuss Manipur. He does. But what is his first priority? Is it towards the people of Delhi? And when his own MLAs are talking about the horrendous water supply, they are talking about the horrendous state of affairs in the healthcare sector, do you think Arvind Kejriwal should be sitting there discussing Manipur or providing answers to the problems of people of Delhi? And is this what India as an alliance is going to offer as an alternate governance to the BJP-led government's governance? Is this the record you're going to go to people with?
Navika, let the people decide who governs Delhi or whom they want to be elected as their government. out there. I cannot get into the jurisprudence of the voters of Delhi. But one thing I can see, Navika, you have been living in Delhi for too long to understand the real development of Delhi happened during Sheila Dikshit time and during the Congress ruled Delhi.
I completely agree.
The fact that the
I completely agree. I completely agree with you, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, and I have on several occasions interviewed the late Sheila Dikshit ji, and nobody has a problem in acknowledging that she did marvelously for Delhi for 15 years, 3-term chief minister. But successor to her, Arvind Kejriwal.
And Navika,
why don't you speak about him?
Yeah, I am speaking. As a Congress government or as a Sheila Dikshit, we never spent thousands of crores on advertisement just to pep up somebody's image in Delhi. That was a part. Now, when you come to the basic part of whether Arvind Kejriwal was right in passing a resolution in the Delhi condemning the Manipur violence, I believe you can read the Supreme Court judgment also on this regard, wherein the state has got every right to express its opinion through a resolution passed in any state assembly. For that matter, very recently even the Assam Assembly passed a resolution condemning the BBC documentary in March 2023. So it's a different issue altogether. Passing a resolution, it doesn't have a legal binding on anybody. That apart from resonating the opinion of the people of Delhi against the Manipur violence. They are true in their own fact. Now, as a responsible opposition party, Congress has got all right to question the deficiencies in services that Arvind Kejriwal government is providing to the people of Delhi. What we wanted in Delhi was continuation and building upon a wonderful platform that Congress government has left for the people of Delhi, and to build upon it. Instead of that, what we have seen bungling on a number of occasions. Corruption cases have been leveled against them tooth and nail. I don't know whether it is true, fact, let the courts decide on that. But prima facie, I feel that you cannot just say that everything is hunky-dory in Delhi. Every state in India, rather, we can say that nothing is hunky-dory out there. We need to be more obliged to the service of the people rather than going into propaganda. That holds true for Narendra Modi's government also. So I find very little differences between Narendra Modi government, Arvind Kejriwal government. Both are rather megalomaniacs.
Fantastic.
Even, let's say, for the
but Arvind Kejriwal is your alliance partner in India. Narendra Modi is not.
I'm coming to that. I was just coming to that only, Navika. The basic point here is that in Bengal we are fighting a war against Mamata Banerjee's government because of her corruption, because of her strong majoritarian type of attitude in the state. The same way we are fighting Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi also. But when you go for a national perspective, the greater war is against the Bharatiya Janata Party and the RSS. Let us not be so so pleased that there are differences within the India coalition. There is going to be friction, there is going to be tussle among the coalition partners. We will be criticizing ahead, but that is the consultative process, and criticism will always bring out a better opportunity for a better governance for the people of India.
You will experiment at the cost of the Indian people. And Ajay Alok ji, Mamata Banerjee से इनकी नहीं बनती, वहां इनका बैर है बंगाल में, दिल्ली में इनका आम आदमी पार्टी से बैर है, वहां पंजाब में भी बैर है, लेकिन है सब दोस्त क्योंकि एजेंडा एक है, दिल्ली की कुर्सी और नरेंद्र मोदी को टारगेट करना.
See, this is a classical case. That's why the Prime Minister called them Ghavandiya Gathbandhan. Look at the Congress egos. They say themselves as a principal opposition party. Where are you in Delhi Assembly that you have become principal opposition party? दिल्ली में तो आपको साफ कर दिया, और उसके बाद भी एक तरफ शिकायत करते हो और एक तरफ कहते हो for a bigger thing we are together. What bigger thing you are together? For performing bigger corruption? Are you with the corruption of Aam Admi Party? You can be, because you are yourself drowned in corruption, so it's fine with you. And what about Aam Admi Party? They were exposing you in 2013-14 like anything. ये डायरी देखो, सारे चोर और भ्रष्ट इसी में हैं. शरद पवार से लेके शीला दीक्षित से लेके और By this way, you'll go in front of the people that yes, we are going to fight with them in Delhi, but we are going to be together to remove Modi. This kind of duplicacy and hypocrisy on the national TV addressing the people of this country. Wow, what kind of an opposition it is. Cannot tolerate each other, but forcibly sitting with each other.
Okay, Ajay.
This is the fear of Modi.
Can I come in?
This is the fear of BJP. And this is the fear of nationalistic feeling.
Let me get in Mr. Ravi Srivastava. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, India against corruption began from Delhi itself. And in Delhi, I'm not even talking about the opposition, 3 or 4 MLAs or 8 MLAs of the BJP. I'm not talking about them. I'm coming to you, Karan Verma, but I'm talking to you, Ravi Srivastava, about the MLAs of the Aam Admi Party itself, which are exposing just the manner in which Delhi is being governed. Gutter water, drinking water, there's no difference. And come, be my guest, come home, come to anybody's home in Delhi, and we'll give you, the sample of that. Healthcare, his own MLA says that 8 lakh people have no access to healthcare. And you say, healthcare is amazing, education is amazing, great infrastructure, surplus budget. Where is all the money going? Into Sheesh Mahal? Well, no answers on that because the BJP MLAs were shunted out of the house. Questions raised by his own MLAs on water and health, no answers on that. The answers are on Manipur. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, forget politics. At the end of the day, पीने का पानी भी नहीं मिलेगा लोगों को. इस पर जवाब भी नहीं देगा कोई.
Some of my co-panelists said Madam Sheila Dikshit was 3 times Chief Minister of Delhi. I think Arvind Kejriwal has got the same honor. He has become a Chief Minister 3 times in Delhi. And now he is controlling the MCD as well, where BJP did corruption for full 15 years, looted people and made the mounds of the kachra everywhere. So I think that as far as the MLAs asking question, is that party has got internal democracy. It's not an autocratic party. It's not that one person speaks, the other only thump the table like we witness in the parliament. So there are people, the MLAs, they have got their own grievances which they can express, and the same can be resolved by the government, provided the funds are released. The LG indirectly does not run the government and provide the relief to the Delhi people. Delhi people love Kejriwal because the kind of things he has done were unique, not one. The Mohalla clinic was copied by other states. There's a Namma clinic in Karnataka as well. There were several education, the schools which found mention in the international media. And not alone that, they came and visited those schools as well. Who started 1 crore rupees honorarium, a reward for the people who died in service, the government service, the armed forces? Kejriwal started.
भैया पहले गटर का पानी दे दो, फिर मर जाएंगे तो 1 करोड़ का हमारी परिवारों को दे देना पैसा. What kind of a logic is this? What kind of a logic? Because you've increased, compensation, so people should drink gutter water. Is that what you're trying to say? And may I tell you, is the finance department under the LG? Then why doesn't the Delhi government just resign and go home, Karan Verma? Shouldn't they just go? The Delhi Jal Board
should resign and go home.
The Delhi Jal Board, my friend, is under Arvind Kejriwal. He is the chairman of Delhi Jal Board.
500 FIRs are there. Prime Minister should resign and go home. Home Minister should resign and go home.
Navika ji,
what is Manipur? The whole Manipur is inviting criticism across the world. The world is spitting on you now because of Manipur.
Okay.
And you don't want to talk
Navika
about
ji,
it.
can I come in
Manipur
now, please?
is not an issue.
No, Manipur is an issue, but certainly drinking water and gutter water in our taps is not an issue for Mr. Arvind Kejriwal because right now he is in an internship for a national role. वो internship चल रही है उनकी, इसीलिए दिल्ली असेंबली में वो मणिपुर पर बोले और दिल्ली का गंदा पानी जो है वो दिल्ली की जनता सहेगी. करण वर्मा.
Navika ji, Ravi ji is right. Arvind Kejriwal has done some unique things indeed. Threefold, he's increased the losses in the last 5 years of Delhi Jal Board. And Navika ji, you will be shocked to know that there has been no audit of the Delhi Jal Board in the last 7 years. In fact, the courts pulled up the CAG and the Delhi government, and the CAG said that we've not even been provided the financial records and the statements and the entire accounts by the Delhi government. I mean, they have so much to hide. In fact, in 2018, the Delhi High Court had warned Arvind Kejriwal that there will come a day when your free water revenue will cost people drinking water in Delhi. Alas, that prophecy has come true.
Right of the
And it
people
just
to
doesn't
get it.
stop there,
It's
Navika
a
ji.
fundamental
Whether it is the
right of the
RRTS
people to
project,
get water.
where they've not allotted money.
It's a fundamental
No.
right of the people to
Ravi
get
ji, will you please
subsidized
keep quiet
electricity.
now?
It's a fundamental
Have some
right of
manners
people
now.
to get the
Please keep
education,
quiet.
that too free education. It's a fundamental right of the
Navika
people
ji,
to
will
get
you ask
the
this man
skilled
to shut up
education.
now?
Fundamental right of the people to get the
This cannot go
vocational
on like this.
education.
He keeps
What
on
are you
ranting
talking?
without knowing a thing. You can't allow him to go on like this.
You are defending a corrupt central government which has dumped this
4,200%
country.
increase.
Well, all right. You can lead a tirade against the central government. Why don't you respond, and why don't you have the strength to listen to the problems of the Delhi government? Karan Verma, I'm lowering all other
I have
faders.
to be allowed to continue, Philip. Please.
Yes, Karan
I have
Verma.
to complete my point.
Yes, Karan.
I have to complete my point, please. Yes. He promised a drainage master plan in 2015. He hasn't even started on it. In 2023, he's asked IIT to rework on that. He said, I have smog towers which will control air pollution. None of the smog towers work. He did not even have cryogenic containers for oxygen during COVID. How many new schools has he opened? How many new hospitals has he opened? Gundu Rao of Congress has exposed his healthcare plan. Here is a man who has zero accountability and who wishes for 100% power. In April, he called a one-day session to discuss the educational qualifications of the Prime Minister. He is using this Delhi Assembly as his political chessboard. Shame on him today. He has let the people of Delhi down, and he's sitting from Sheesh Mahal and smiling at the Delhi voters who keep voting for him again and again. It's time the Delhi voters woke up. What else is needed? We've seen floods. We've seen health crisis. What else is needed to wake the Delhi voters up from this megalomaniac named Arvind Kejriwal?
Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
No, I take a strong objection to Karan Verma's statement about reverie politics. You know, you can't call everything under the sun as reverie politics, because that does not suit your agenda.
Delhi
What
High
suits
Court
your
said it, sir.
agenda
I am not
as
using
per
this word.
Narendra Modi ji is
Delhi High Court said
corporatized.
it in June
Let me finish. Let me
2018.
finish, Karan Verma. I
Please,
don't want to
I did
shout.
not say this.
I don't want to shout
Delhi
here.
High Court said it.
Please try to
Small
understand.
intervention.
Let
Delhi
me
High
finish
Court
my
said it
point,
in
then you can
June
counter.
2018.
Kamruzaman Chaudhary, he's saying that the Delhi High Court used those words. They are not his words. He's quoting the Delhi High Court.
I understand, but let me put my objection on the plate. Then you decide whether I am speaking right or wrong.
No, put the
It's a
objection to
simple
the Delhi
thing.
High Court, my
Everything
friend.
under the sun cannot be corporatized. No, the judgment can be criticized. There is no wrong in it. But then you see the Manrega scheme brought by the Congress was the biggest rural upliftment scheme that ever India or the world witnessed. And you see so many people have been lifted out of the property because of the Manrega scheme. So let me just finish my point, Karan Verma, then you can shout. Everything under the sun, Narendra Modi wants to corporatize. He wants everything, healthcare to education to any water supply or electricity, everything he wants to be privatized. So this is crony capitalist. Friends can get a hand on all these assets of our country.
Kamruzaman Chaudhary, in Delhi, there is no Narendra Modi government. There is an Arvind Kejriwal government, and Delhi Jal Board is run as a board. The money for and the funds for the Delhi Jal Board have to come from the Delhi government, cleared by passing the budget in the assembly. So what are you blaming Mr. Modi for?
The point entirely, the context is entirely different. You please do not mix
the context
out here.
The context here is that MLAs of the Aam Admi Party agree that governance in Delhi has gone down the gutter because gutter water is coming through taps as drinking water and there is no health care. Would you want to comment on that, or will you want to comment on China? Will you want to comment on Russia? Would you want to comment on Ukraine, and not discuss Delhi at all?
Nobody. Why not discuss Delhi? We as a political party, we have been criticizing Arvind Kejriwal government from the day one itself. The way they came to power, the way they are running Delhi, it's all to be seen for everybody to see out here. But I'm here to draw a parallel between Kejriwal government and the Narendra Modi government.
Okay, on the Kejriwal government, Akashdeep Muni respond, and then I will get in, Ajay Alok ji. Akashdeep Muni.
Okay, I hope that we listen to the thing which I am saying very carefully. Ladies and gentlemen, the MLAs in the assembly were raising complaints not against the government, but raising complaints that the bureaucrats are not sanctioning the funds for developmental work in Delhi specifically. And then the DJB chief Saurabh ji also said the same thing, that bureaucrats who report directly to the LG are not sanctioning the funds. Please don't twist the facts idhar udhar. Please ask LG to ask the bureaucrats in Delhi government to sanction the funds so that Delhi people can get good water, good governance. This is a humble request. Ajay Alok ji, आपके तो जान पहचान के, बता दीजिए प्लीज कि ना कि दिल्ली के फंड्स रिलीज कर दे ताकि ना कि पानी थोड़ा साफ आ जाए. अजय आलोक जी प्लीज.
अच्छा, सब कुछ इनको पैसे के बिना कोई काम नहीं हो सकता, ये बताना चाह रहे अजय आलोक.
वो कहावत है ना, चोर मचाए शोर, इनकी हालत वही हो गई है. एंड स्पेशली आफ्टर दिस दिल्ली बिल, these people are just behaving like utter frustration. They don't know what to do, how they are going to do their corruption, how will they get money. If everything LG will ask, कैसे होगा? Now vigilance is also under the control. The fear of going to jail is haunting Arvind Kejriwal like anything, and that's why he came into habit of abusing Prime Minister for the last 3 months. The fear of going to jail, because I'll make you remember. 2020, 2021, 2022, he was not abusing Prime Minister at any given point of time. When he had ample space to criticize Prime Minister as an opposition, he never did that. But from 23, when he became convinced, after Sisodia and Satinder Jain went to jail, that yes, this is next my target, I am going to be linked ultimately, he has started abusing the Prime Minister because of the fear of going to jail. Now I'll come one by one. You were saying, and the gentleman before me, Mr. Srivastava was saying, you were saying he wants to corporatize everything. Kabul Zama was saying, where's the matter of corporatization? If in India, 2014 we had 387 medical colleges, and in 2023 we have 687 medical colleges in 9 years. Have we corporatized the medical education? Or it's the government medical college? Now the IIT, the Arvind Kejriwal used to read, that was only 7 till 2014, now it is 13. Has it been corporatized? The AIMS, total of 7 AIMS, now 14 AIMS. Has it been corporatized? You guys don't have any answer. Don't shout in between. You are an insane man. Mr. Srivastava, you are an insane old man. I don't want to be personal, but you are an insane old man who's in a habit of interfering in between of everyone. Just keep quiet. Keep quiet. You are insane old man.
Ravi Srivastava जी, पहले सुन तो लीजिए रवि श्रीवास्तव जी. Complete your point, Ajay Alok.
He's in a habit. Yeah, he's in a habit of interfering with everyone. I don't know what's the problem. Where does he get his energy in this age? Anyway, let's come out. Don't come in between, please, sir. Now I'll tell you a classical example. The so-called revolutionary party, those who claim that they were born out of revolution. First, the Congress claims that it was born out of revolution, independence revolution. And the moment they landed in the power, it started with Jeep Ghotala, ended in 2014 with what we have seen, 2G, 3G, 4G, GIG, Jameen, Dharti, Akash, Patal, तीनों बेच दिया. First revolution. Second revolution we have seen JP आंदोलन, JP आंदोलन, JP आंदोलन. किसके लिए था? भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ आंदोलन. And who was the biggest hero of the JP आंदोलन after Jayaprakash Narayan? Lalu Prasad Yadav. And what is credited with? The Bhrashtachar of 90s, first time Chara Ghotala. At that point of time, it used to be 1,000 crores. Now the third revolution party, India against corruption. India against corruption. Arvind Kejriwal as a leader. Where he is landing? Jail. Where is landing? Jail. Because he is now innovation and corruption. He should get a degree. PhD in innovation in corruption. This is the classical case. Today Naresh Balyan was seen in court with the criminals extorting money from people of NCR. Naresh Balyan, his MLA, was caught and audio tape was released. What is this government? What is this governance? अरे कोई फोन कर देगा रवि जी, मुंबई में बैठे हुए हैं, हफ्ता मांगना शुरू कर देगा आपसे भी. मनी ऑन कैमरा. रिटायरमेंट एंजॉय कीजिए, ओल्ड एज में ज्यादा खुदकने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Well, let's not get personal. Let's not get personal. But the question here is Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. You know, nobody is talking about the people of India or people of Delhi. Everybody is talking about 2024 alliance is important. Now look at the fault lines between the Congress party and the Aam Admi Party. In Delhi, are you together or are you going to fight all the 7 seats together? Because in Punjab, you know, you're fighting separately and those statements have been made. In Delhi, Alka Lamba came and said that, you know, we are going to fight all 7 seats together, and then there are some improvisations, some apologies and stuff, and Aam Admi Party says, hum inke saath nahi jayenge. I want to ask you, what kind of an alliance is this? And what kind of a conscience are you going to go to people with when you're going to support each other only because you don't have an agenda for governance, but you want power and you want to oust the Modi Sarkar? Can this be enough to prove your mettle to the people?
Navika, time will only tell whether we prove our mettle to the people or whether people of India accept us or reject us. India Alliance after the Bangalore summit was formed just for the sole purpose of maximizing our chances to win the Lok Sabha election. Because what we've seen, over 150 to 200 seats in India were won by BJP because of the division in the opposition votes. These votes have been splintered among various political parties. Now India Alliance has come together. This is the second meeting that we had. Let the Bombay summit also finish. Then you can have a clearer picture. 8 months still left for the elections. The entire India Alliance as of now has got lots of differences. We can't say about it. But it's not that out of the 38 parties of the NDA, 2 parties have already walked out. But at least we have managed to keep together the 26 political parties of the India Alliance together. And there will be differences. But we can come out of it with a common minimum program and maximize our chances in the maximum seats that we can be fighting together.
Well, so Karan Verma, the common minimum program is only one. Power in New Delhi, majority after ousting the BJP, the majority for the India Alliance. Nowhere in the common minimum program is welfare of the people part of the agenda. Isn't that clear? From the manner in which, you know, both sides are trying to defend each other, accuse each other. You know, it's out there in the open that nobody is working for the people of India.
Navika ji, actually Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, and I have great respect for him, he summed it up correctly. This alliance should be called Majboor, and I am giving you the full form of Majboor. It is Modi afflicted, junk, bubble-headed organization of the ridiculous. It has no vision, no mission, only and only ambition. That is what this alliance, this Majboor alliance is all about. It is going to be Majboor versus Mazboot in 2024. And Mazboot is going to prevail because it talks about people.
Well, clearly at this point in time, there are all the contradictions that are appearing one after another An assembly session in Delhi that talks about Manipur but has no answers for the problems that Delhi faces. The Delhi Janta has seen floods, it has seen gutter water coming out of its taps, it has no access to health care, all kinds of infections are going all across this state, from dengue to various viral fevers, because there is no cleanliness, there is no health care, and there is no clean water to drink. But one thing remains, which is the ambition to target Narendra Modi and to oust him to get a stake in the power center. People? Well, people are just a footnote. Agenda for governance doesn't even exist in their rule book. Is that what the alternative to the present government is going to be? And is it what people are going to choose? Well, that will be judged by the people of India. Thanking all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other side, exclusive and direct, Kiran Rijiju, Union Cabinet Minister, a man from the Northeast, responding to all questions on Manipur. Listen.